This week I'm gonna do it a bit differently. Instead of going through my schedule, through what happened day by day, I'm gonna go through, I guess, what I learned and what happened, like my takeaways from my week. So I'm gonna get started. About maybe 2, 3 weeks ago, I started to 2 weeks ago, I started to post my physique on Instagram. I started taking these nice progress pictures. It was all well and good. I started to get a lot of replies from both girls and guys, which is actually really good. This week, I did another one. I posted 3, 4 pictures of me. Two of them were just physique, and then the other two were of me sparring, I guess, hitting a bag at my Muay Thai gym. I got replies on all of them. A couple of them were from girls, and that was on Monday. Tuesday, I started to become self aware. I was becoming more enlightened. I had an epiphany. I was looking around my classroom and I was just thinking, I'm actually pretty confident. Like I just felt really present. I felt really good about myself for the first time in a while, actually. That day, Tuesday, and for the rest of that week, for the rest of this past week, I was more socially active than I had ever been in my whole life. I was chatting up random ass people at school, complimenting girls like that. It was a really good week for me. Ever since I started posting my physique and me hitting bags on Instagram, I started to notice the positive replies, what people actually thought of me, and it really boosted my confidence. It was really good to know that I actually felt really good about myself. I felt really good about who I'm becoming and who I currently am. So this week during school, I was just completely different than the past couple of weeks, than the past life. I was more socially active than I'd ever been. Think about how crazy that is. Obviously, all it took was like what 2 years of me in the gym and one like half a year of me actually taking the gym pretty seriously, and then me posting some pictures on stories on Instagram stories. Looking back, that's pretty much all it took. And then getting all the positive replies. People are saying, "Yo, good physique," all of that. In person, people are saying, "Yo, I saw your story, looking good, man." Stuff like that. People are actually giving me compliments. I'm feeling really good about myself. It was, I think, yesterday. We were at a basketball game in school, and I was sitting with my friend. But then, out of nowhere, I didn't even tell myself to do this. I was just starting talking to the people beside me, random ass people. And the conversation actually went really well. But I was also observing something. I was observing, one, my thoughts, and two, how I was breathing. My thoughts, I had no thoughts in my head. Obviously, some of my attention was split between their conversation and the basketball game because, like, that's where we were, and the basketball game was pretty loud. But most of my attention, most of my thoughts, it was on them. And two, I was breathing fully. I didn't have any shallow breaths. My posture wasn't like this, like that. I was actually standing up straight. I felt really confident about myself. Felt really good. That was a really good conversation. Like, honestly, it didn't really mean anything. It was just a conversation with somebody, but it was a really good one. felt really present in that one. And that was like the first time I noticed the type of conversations I could have if I was just breathing correctly, if I was just more present. If I'm more present, if I breathe correctly, then I'm more present. If I'm more present, then more of my attention will be on them. And that means they'll like me more because they will realize if you're paying attention or not. You ever talk to somebody and they just look at you like this? You can tell that they're thinking about something else. They're probably thinking about like some random ass degenerate activity. They don't even want to be there with you. They want to be doing some random ass shit. But then have you ever talked to somebody else that was like this? And they were like nodding along, they were actually saying stuff, they're asking you questions. Those are the people that obviously you want to be around. They ask questions. They're interested. Maybe they act like they're interested, but it's still better than the person who doesn't even give a shit about you. It'll obviously feel really good if you're around the people that give you attention rather than the people that don't. So something that I think you should start doing is one, hit the gym, obviously. And once you build up a good enough physique, build up the confidence and start posting it online. Literally no harm. And more importantly, you should have no shame in doing it. You should be proud about who you're becoming. You should be proud about flexing on all the crabs at school. Flexing on all those idiots that think that they're doing better than you. When in reality they're probably not. They're just complaining that you're doing better than them. It'll feel really good once you start doing this. You'll start to notice that you are more confident, you are more present. And once you start doing that, you will be more liked. Guaranteed.